let's do another run of Monster Prom. Somebody actually requested that I do another one of these. I was surprised to get a request like that. I'm gonna do a short game this time. And skip all this junk. I'm gonna be Zombo again, because he's my favorite. I'm not gonna name him Zombo though. He's gonna be named Zomberanian. Zomberanian. There you go. Perfect. Yeah. Wonderful name. This little quiz at the beginning is so awesome. I love doing this stupid little quiz. You wish you were raised by a really progressive marriage between a kick-ass venomous snake and actual fire. I love fire and see no issue with being raised by it. A pack of wild wolves who also happen to be tech moguls who own some of the most profitable companies of Silicon Valley. They would be kick-ass role models and wild wolves. Sick. A mysterious old man who saved me from the streets in order to raise me as his disciple in the ancient ways of rad DJing. I have no idea what the heck these are going to associate with. That one might be boldness. That one's probably creativity. I have no clue. I'm going to go with this one. Oh, it's fun. Oh, that one was wealthy. I could have got money from that maybe. It's your chance to fix global warming. Go ahead. It's time to be a real hero. I'll lead a mission to the sun in order to invite the sun to the party of its life. We'll have so many hilarious misadventures that the sun will eventually become cooler. Wink. Global warming isn't real. I invented it, and now science is claiming authorship because science is a lame copycat with no original ideas. Nah, the world is doomed. But I'll start investing in ships and start a profitable business for the soon-to-be-covered-by-water world. That one's wealthy. That one's probably creative. I can never guess what any of these are. I'm gonna do this one because I think it's fun. Yeah, that one's fun. Okay, so I got 2 funs so far. What would be the deal breaker for a potential lover? They lack manners, they're boring, they're mediocre, they're a coward, they hate the outdoors, or they lack taste. Well, these are surprisingly human answers for these questions. Let's see. I'm gonna go with manners. You gotta be kind of polite at least, a little bit. Oh, that was for Miranda. Miranda likes fun, I think. Or maybe that's Polly. Well, I got a lot of fun, so I think I'm gonna go for Polly. I've never gone for Polly before.
Sure.
I do think I'm gonna go for an achievement. Let's see. Fun. Which one raises fun? Going outside raises fun. So every single day I'm gonna go outside and I'll get an achievement for it. That day during recess, you start a half-hour rave that goes full crazy. You have no idea how it escalates so much, but at one point there are like 300 people. Someone summons demons from a nightmare dimension. The consequences might distort the fabric of reality itself. But who cares? It's a rad party. You gain +2 fun. Scott and Miranda seem to be arguing about something. Your sweet mediation skills are clearly needed. I want Scott and Miranda, I want Polly. No, I know our football team is called the Spooky High Spooky Monsters Who Spook, but who also play sports. Who's our mascot? Our mascot? Oh dang, you're right. We don't have one. Ooh, what about Misha the Mermaid? Mermaids are monsters. No way, too girly. Try this. Wally the Werewolf. Why is it gotta be a werewolf? We're the monsters, not the werewolves. Yeah, well, we're not the mermaids either. Maybe the problem is that the team name is trying to cover a huge, diverse group of people with a single label. No, Coach is never wrong. We're just not thinking hard enough. Think, think, think. Hey you look like a hard thinker. What mascot should we use for our team? Easy. We'll just genetically engineer a cross between every kind of monster at the school. Head of a werewolf, tail of a mermaid, hair of a Medusa, angst of a vampire. We'll call it Abe the Abomination. Just find a regular human, dress him up in a business suit, and make him the CEO of a Fortune 500 company. Corporate greed. That's the real monster. I don't think I have the stats to succeed at either of those, but I'm going to choose this one. Oh. Corporate greed is the real monster. What are we then? Aren't we real monsters? Are we regular people? Fake monsters? Vegetables? Fictional characters in a video game made for people to amuse themselves by trying to romance us? Scott is too self-aware. My thinking muscle is hurting. I think you just broke Scott. Congratulations. Breaking Scott is definitely not cool. This is why we can't have nice things. Why did that make Scott like me? Either it's too fun or one smartest. Huh. Maybe I'll go for Scott since it's a short week and I already got friends with Scott. I can go talk to the Coven. They'll give me some stats. I'm gonna go hang out with Scott and Polly. Scott and Polly are sitting together, laughing their metaphorical asses off. Do Damien, do Damien. Grr, I'm Damien, look at my stupid red face. I use violence to cover up the fact that I've been brought up to revere a toxic version of masculinity which has alienated me from my own true emotions. You sound exactly like him. Okay, you do Vera. I'm Vera. I'm very smart and my hair is pretty and all my friends look up to me because I am a strong, independent woman. Scott, I'm not sure you understand how impressions work. I'm not Scott, I'm Vera. You can tell because I said my name just now. Okay, what about you, Zombaranian? Got any good impressions? Just one, but it's a real doozy. Woof woof, it's me, Scott, the dog boy who is bad at impressions. Look at me, I'm Polly, look at me go! I do not talk like that. I guess I'm going for Scott. Haha, yeah you do. You talk like that all the time. Okay, maybe. Why is he running around the cafeteria, rubbing his butt in everyone's lasagna? Because he is twerking, Polly. Don't you recognize twerking when you see it? That's not twerking. Twerking doesn't require driving from table to table in a hot pink golf cart. How is this even an impression of me? Are you saying you don't wish you were driving a hot pink golf cart and putting your butt in people's lasagna right now? Fine! Out of my way! While Polly's busy making love to everyone's lunch trays, you enjoy a quiet meal alone with Scott. So romantic. I already got Scott's special ending in a full game, so I'm just probably gonna get a normal one here.
Sure.
And then I'm gonna go outdoors again. I don't think you can get the achievements on a small game, maybe. Because it's kind of easy to go to the same event every time. That day during recess, you start a half-hour race, blah blah blah. You spot Juan, the small magical Latino cat, who seems a bit sad. He explains to you that he's worried that people are so used to calling him Juan, the small magical Latino cat, that now everyone defines him only by his size, magicality, ethnicity, and species. He's more than that. You correct him. You don't see him in such simplistic terms and convenient definitions like in the Breakfast Club. It's just that there are 23 other different Juans in the school, so adding all that to his name is quite necessary. Tell him that you'll never forget about him and the crazy adventures you both lived together in Monster Prom's prequel, Monster Middle School. You have a great time remembering those crazy stories. Again, +2 fun. There you are, swiping through potential monster match dates. Excuse me. When you spot Scott pacing and muttering to himself in distress. You can't bear to see someone so adorable in so much pain, so you might as well try to eat it however you can. Oh, hi there, Zombranian. Do you think I'm adorable? Yes. In fact, you were literally just thinking that. Anyway, the other day I was out in the forest trying to find a quiet place in a large branch to do some pull-ups before the big sports game. And suddenly I was approached by all these talking forest animals. They were pretty big for forest animals, and I'd never seen animals that could talk like that. I mean, other than us werewolves, if you're counting us as animals. And they were just so fuzzy and adorable. But they said they were impressed by my pull-ups and my muscles, and then I was even more adorable. So the nice little forest animals with giant heads made me their king, which was really, really flattering. I just don't know anything about ruling. I'm not sure if I'm good enough to be a king. Aw, poor Scott. It's up to you to help him rally. Scott, a good king is a strong ruler, physically strong. If you can do 100 push-ups, you can be a good king for sure. True royalty has been inside you all along. Why else would your eyes be royal blue? Oh, he didn't fall for either of those. My stats suck ass. Leave it up to chance then. Oh, it worked. My eyes are royal blue. Liam said they were cerulean. But I always knew that wasn't a real word. Clever Liam. He was clearly testing me. So if my eyes are royal blue because I had royalty inside me all this time, does that mean I have like a little blue king or queen inside of me? It is like my true self? I always suspected such big muscles couldn't be of this world. So, good old Scott is just a mecca for the little blue person to fight against evil. I wonder what my real I wonder what my real royal name could be. Sir Beef Wellington? Lady McBeef? No! Lady McMuscles. Matt McMuscles. Subscribe to his channel. I should ask my loyal furries about that. Furries is what I've decided to call those giant furry talking forest animals for short. Oh, they were actual furries, weren't they? Thanks for helping me get my confidence back, Zomberanian. Oh no. You should come meet my furry friends sometime. Well, you've always wanted to hang out with Scott. Not too sure about these circumstances. But it's better than not hanging out at all. You gain +2 smarts and +1 fun. Oh, Scott's being accosted by furries in the forest.
Sure.
Oh, the cat's outdoors today.
What's up?
Hi stranger, it's been a while, I've missed you. It's okay, you can look at my stuff. I'm not gonna buy any event things, because I'm gonna go for Scott. I don't even know what stat Scott likes. I have no idea. But I'm gonna buy the sexy Latin accent. No. Yeah. No. I'm gonna get the tissue.
Catch you later.
I needed boldness. I didn't have any boldness. It was either boldness or creativity. And I chose boldness.
Sure.
Where's Scott? Where's Scott? Let's see Scott. Find Polly and Scott huddled at your chosen table. These two are together can only mean one thing. Hereby call this meeting of the Prank Masters with a Z to order. Prank Master Hal, present accounted for. Chairman Geist, all dressed up and ready to prank. Hey, how come you get to be chairman? Well, which one of us can throw chairs around the room with our ghost powers? Well, I don't have ghost powers, so... Oh! You! I get it. Chair. Man. But... No time to argue, Scott. We've got to come up with a baller food prank before the end of lunch. Oh yeah. Okay, what if we eat all our food like a good boy? Is that a prank? No, Scott. For the last time, that's not a prank, and I don't eat. But I'm having trouble coming up with another idea. Anybody else? You've been waiting all your life for an opportunity like this. You propose the ultimate food prank. Eat everybody else's food, like a good boy. Replace all the food with chairs. Let's be good boys. Yeah, eat other people's food? You can do that? Well, I can't. I can? Even if it's on somebody else's plate? Even if it's in somebody else's tummy? Exactly half of that was right. Which half? Oh no, time to figure it out. We gotta prank now while the pranking's good. Wait, what about me? Food falls right through me. But you and Scott are already blazing a trail through the cafeteria, gobbling everything in sight. Scott accidentally eats a few people along with their food, but he politely burps them out when they complain. By the time school security kicks you two out, you're both totally stuffed with food and affection for each other. Scott's a good boy. He's a good boy. Time to go outside again. Starting up our raid, blah blah blah. Juan tells me it's not fun, it's a clown, blah blah blah. I'm gonna go stab the clown, get some fun. I've seen that one a lot. You're practicing your very best monster mash when you hear the sounds of an argument, which is so strange in these sacred hallowed halls of education. Logic, can you imagine? Zomberanians. They made me their king, and they deserve the bestest, most wonderful king there ever was. Is there a furry ending? And I'm gonna work as hard as I can to be that king, no matter what it takes. Scott, you realize they're not cute little baby animals in need of a king, right? I hope I don't need money for a furry ending. They're furries. I know they're furry, Vera. I'm the one who told you that. No, Scott, they're furries. It's a kink. Yes, Vera, there are many kinks in my plan. That's why I need to work them out to be the best ruler. Forget it. Excuse me, did you say you need help being a good ruler? I know all about that. Being a king is easy. As Daddy always says, only live peasants can stage a rebellion. Oh, Miranda, I'm not really sure. Fear is your most important weapon. Your second most important weapon is actual weapons. Torture soup spoons, razor teacups, a knife on fire. You know, the usual. Thingamabobs. I don't know, Miranda. I appreciate the advice, but I don't think that's the kind of king I want to be. Nonsense. I'll go get you the butter knife shuriken right now. It just seems so unnecessary. There must be a better, kinder way to rule, right, Zomberanian? I want them to have a happy time under Scott the First. They've been so nice to me. They've written me beautiful songs, which are about my adventures, but most of them are the sort of things I definitely have not done. And they've made amazing drawings of me, which are very, very generous in their proportions. I just think they deserve the best leader. Normal rulers make their subjects pay taxes, but what if you paid taxes to them? Flag time. You can't rule a kingdom with no flag. Without a flag, it would be just a bunch of flagless people. In my experience, if you choose things to talk about money, it expects you to pay. And I don't have any money, so I'm going to choose the other one. You're 120% right. Flags are the best. Let's combine our art powers to create the very best flag ever. You get into an intense art frenzy, which is kind of hot and intimate. Somehow the two of you end up shirtless and sweaty while painting and doodling. After 3 hours of passionate art activity, you put your clothes on again, because of decency, but mainly because we don't have a shirtless model for Scott, and admire your work. Whoa, this is genius. No, it's actually a not so bad drawing of Scott shirtless, and the words, Scott rules. But sure, why not? You know how to take a compliment. Scott leaves, all excited, ready to execute your plan. As your elders always say, any problem can be solved by drawing shirtless people. You say that all the time. Later you stumble upon Scott again. He seems quite excited. There you are, Zombaranian. Your plan was a success. My beloved furries seem to love a flag that's basically just me shirtless. They declared it a national day that should be celebrated yearly by drawing me shirtless. Which is kind of silly, since they do that pretty much every day anyway. But the important thing is that now I'm the best ruler ever, and it's thanks to you. I would love for you to visit my kingdom someday. We might even celebrate Shirtless Scott Day together. Wink! You're pretty sure Shirtless Scott Day will totally become your all-time favorite festivity. You gain +2 charm and +1 creativity. Shirtless Scott Day! Prom's coming up!
Sure.
Go outside again. Another half-hour rave. What's Swan talking about now? You start telling him the hilarious story of what happened last summer at Monster Camp. You know which one. The one involving the beehive, the blow-up doll of the president, the penguin mask, and the mystery of the Goblin King. Slowly, lots of people start joining you to hear the story. By the time you say where the Goblin King was, 100 people or so burst into hysterical laughter. You turn on a mobile app that captures all the laughter and turns it into +2 fun. You notice Scott sitting thoughtfully by a half-dug hole. It's not like in the label hole half-dug. You ask what's up.
Cool.
It's not about what's up, it's about what's down, how down it is. I mean, I'm giving 110% to these holes, but it's like Coach always says. 110% is only 50% of 220%. I mean, look at this. I can barely fit in this hole, and there's only one of it. Can you please help me figure out a way to dig more and better holes? This is why God invented dynamite. Meet my friends, the mole people. They're great at digging, and they definitely don't secretly run the government. Let's go with dynamite. Oh wow, is this dynamite? It looks just like a bundle of little red bones. That'll make it super easy to bury. I'll do it right now. Okay, now what? You push down the plunger and the whole outdoors explodes in a shower of dirt and monster parts. You and Scott are thrown all the way to the moon where you look down on your new hole. It's visible from space. Wow, that really is a more and better hole. At least you think that's what he said. Space, no one can hear you appreciate the hole you made. You gain +2 fun and +1 boldness. Good boy, Scott. I don't know if you can get special endings on short runs.
Sure.
You waltz over to Miranda and Scott's table to find them peering suspiciously into a burger. Secret sauce, what dread mysteries do you conceal? Whoa, do you think the secret sauce can talk? Cool. Hey, secret sauce, what are you made out of? No, Scott, my question was rhetorical. Awesome, mine was loud. Oh, it's no use, we'll never discern the active ingredient of the delicious secret sauce. Unless you have an idea, Zombaranian? The blood of your father's enemies, Miranda, that's why it's so delicious. You're overthinking this, Scott, it's a sauce made of secrets. Oh, of course. Secret sauce. The clue is in the title. But what are the secrets made of? Shh, Miranda. It's a secret. But shh. Shh. In an effort to become more mysterious, Scott has you rub secret sauce all over his chest. You're definitely into it. This explains some Tumblr fan art I found.
Sure.
More outdoors. Oh, I did get the achievement. Ah, look at that. Juan, the small magical Latino cat, slips on a banana peel. You start to laugh at him. He asks you to stop, but you don't. You laugh so hard at him that you somehow steal +2 fun away from him. Hooray! After that, it's time for the most important part of school. Visiting Scott's Kingdom of Furry Animals, as promised. Yay! When you get to the forest, you find that most of the trees have been decorated with beautiful, intricately drawn pictures of an even more muscular-than-life Scott, having various kinds of sex with various different giant furry animals. Zombaranian, my royal advisor, here to royally advise me while I sit on my Scott throne and rule over my Scott friends. Aren't these sweet little furry forest creatures devoted to me? It makes me tail wag with joy. Is he a pirate? It was at that point that one of the sweet little furry forest creature's giant head falls off, revealing a very startled looking mummy. Yep, you recalled it. A bunch of kinky furry people doing furry stuff in the woods. I don't know, what just happened? Is he hurt? Is my little panda friend hurt? Or was my panda friend never a panda friend at all? Oh no. Scott will not be losing his pure joy and innocence over some furry's shitty costuming skills. Not on your watch. Not today. You think quickly. You know how deer shed their antlers and then they grow back? Talking furry forest creatures shed their heads. Scott, that panda must have been a cursed prince. And now you've turned him back into a person. Oh god. I think he'd like the top one. Oh good, he liked it. Oh, that was smart. Good. I do not have much smarts, so it's lucky that worked. That makes perfect sense. Everything in nature changes with the season. Leaves change in color in fall, bears hibernate in winter. I bring my failing grades up in spring so I don't get kicked off sports team. I guess Tuesdays is when giant talking furry forest creatures' heads fall off to reveal someone who looks just like a regular person. For a moment there, I was really concerned that I hadn't understood what was going on this whole time. I mean, now you have lots of biology books to forge, so this seems more plausible. But it definitely isn't the craziest find I've ever had. But now I see that my furry forest friends were on the level the whole time. I love my furries. Thank you for being such a good royal advisor, Zomeranian. I feel royally advised. And you feel royally appreciated by the handsomest, unwitting king of fetishists you know. You get +2 charm, +1 boldness. Hooray, we did it! Let's go to prom with Scott. Yes.
Sure.
Prom? I'm not sure, bro. I have a kingdom to rule, and attending prom doesn't seem very responsible as a ruler. I don't know about history. Maybe some other king or queen has stopped ruling their kingdom to attend prom. I should check. I mean, I think you're the person I trust the most, and I'd love going to prom with you, but my kingdom... Sometimes a good teammate has to make sacrifices for the team. You know, the teammate is me. The team is my kingdom. And sacrifice is not going to you with prom. Aw. I truly am sorry. Sometimes there's not enough space in one Scott for both ruling a kingdom and love. Bye. Scott leaves, and you swear you saw a manly tear running down his cheek. Aw, it's okay. You started all this to seduce Scott. Now you put more value on his happiness, and on his pursuit of a career as king of a totally fake kingdom. You stay by his side, as the best furry consigliere... I know that word, I don't know how to say it. Consigliere has never existed. Your relationship with Scott strengthens, and in the end, his kingdom sees that. Oh look! Oh my god! Scott thought his kingdom and love weren't compatible, yet it seems to be quite the opposite. Scott's subject started drawing lots of suggestive art pieces depicting the two of you. Yay! I'm gonna put one of those suggestive art pieces up right here. I'm gonna edit it in. It's gonna be hilarious. Facing that explicit art made you rethink the nature of your relationship and ended up being closer to all that not safe for work art. I did it! I got a special ending! Hooray! And it was a funny one. I was voted most likely to survive for a year by drinking my own pee. And Scott's quote was, "Always try your best and you will never lose at trying your best." Aw, he's such a good boy. I'm still not even a quarter of the way through the events, or a tenth of the way through the outcomes, or a quarter of the way through the endings, a fifth of the way through the endings. So much content. That was a good ending. Oh, we gotta read the Breakfast Club whatever endings. Scott turned out to be a genius and became the most renowned mathematician in the country. JK, he became an athlete, duh. He's still a bit of a simpleton, but as lovable and good-hearted as ever. Aw, good for him. Liam honed his most admirable skill and got a job with it. He now designs Instagram filters. Polly's drug cooking skills proved to be useful, and she became a chemist for the pharmaceutical industry. Yet, on her free time, she still cooks drugs. Her greatest inventions so far are watermelon-flavored ecstasy and a thing called LS Dope. During the 3 weeks Monster Prom, that's a good way to end. Bye!